Well, here we are at week 8 of the class, starting the second half of this overall learning experience. And so far, what you've accomplished is actually pretty great. You've created a course website shell that you've been populating with artifacts that reflect some of the specific ways that I believe you can use technology to help you improve your professional practice. And we started by looking at how technology might be used to help build community among and between the important people who are going to be part of your teaching experience. And then we started projects that took a closer look at specific ways you could use technology to support your instructional efforts. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the class, at least half the class, it really focuses on that. And one of the things that I want to continue to impress upon you is that the projects that you're going to be completing reflect the application of some fundamental effective instructional strategies that I want you to learn a little more about and then apply in ways that use technology to help support those strategies. And so it is definitely the strategies I want you to learn more about, and not necessarily what specific tool you're using to help learn and explore about those strategies. Now, in the previous 2 weeks, you completed some projects that focused on using technology to define meaningful and purposeful learning contexts. And that is so important because, honestly, if I could change one thing about the way a typical teacher practices their job in a typical classroom today, I would say spend your energy, effort, and creativity trying to define experiences that provide meaning and purpose to all the important academic skills that you want your students to learn how to do forever for being in your class. And so we investigated how games and also how problem-based learning experiences might be defined and supported through the use of technology. And those are two of the many, many different kinds of contexts that I wanted you to think more about and explore. Certainly in this class, I'm asking you to be as creative as possible, and I'm trying to use the creative context, the act of making things, to help you learn some more specific skills related to ways that technology might be used to help you improve your instructional efforts. So this week, week 8, and also in week 9, I'm asking you to continue to explore how you might use technology to have an impact on your instructional efforts. And in this case, I'm asking you to, first of all, create a project that can support an effective introduction to a new learning experience. And then from there, I want you to also explore ways in which you might use technology to help you design information presentations that might be part of a larger contextual-based learning experience. But I'm asking you to learn more about and apply the rules for good information design to develop something that you might use as a teacher to help students learn some important things. So I sort of situate those two components of instruction, the introduction and the information presentation. I situate those within the context of all of the pieces or elements of what makes effective instruction. And I provide a graphic for that in this instructional effort in one of the projects that helps you learn more about those and about what are, and then focus your attention on what are some of the strategies that constitute an effective introduction and effective information presentations. So you've got 2 projects that you're going to be completing over the next 2 weeks. And I'm going to do something a little bit different than I've done in the past 6 weeks, and that is I'm going to assign one project for week 8. That's the introduction development project. And then I'm going to assign the next project for week 9. Now, if you complete the week 8 project, you are free to start the week 9 project anytime you want. So you can do both of them earlier in 1 week if you want to. But I'm asking you to complete one first and have it a due date of next Sunday, or I should say the Sunday of week 8. Because I'm having a little bit of trouble getting some students this semester to stay paced in terms of completing things on time. And I've never really had that before, and I'm not sure why, but I'm hoping that this strategy would be a motivating strategy to help those students who are having a hard time keeping pace, maybe do a better job of calendaring your activities and being more consistent about working on this class regularly, throughout each week, instead of thinking, oh, well, this is not due for 2 weeks, I'll think about it later. So hopefully the new calendar, which is reflected in the course calendar, hopefully that will be help establish a more healthy sort of time management prospect for you, for those of you who are having a little bit of a challenge this semester getting things completed on time. So that's what we have going on. We've got, again, two different projects, one for week 8, one for week 9. I have all the info. I have links to the introduction pages for both of them are on this homepage. And as always, please let me know if you have any questions or comments about the individual projects or need individual support. I'm always happy to help.